so we are giving up on the other ship. The wood grain. You. Oh, I have to unload it first. Wood grain. You. Trade. Put everything in storage. Yes. Harbor Master. Just. Okay, so if you restart a new convoy, we can actually get the same captain. So then we can switch to the other three. One, add boat to this one. And we got 40 cannons, that's a lot better.
There's a message from Venice.
Has someone been behaving inappropriately?
No, okay, we can't actually pick up soldiers there. What's the... Okay, this is a better captain. Okay. And we have a lot of stuff on board, that's good. Nautilus, boost the ship to combat capabilities. Actually take it by hand for a bit.
Rome is in trouble.
Load it up with soldiers. Sailors. Keep saying soldiers. Okay, this is just too much money for the boarding. Just give him some cannonballs and then for the rest rely on sailors to shoot the cannons. Let's see, we can make a profit on this. We don't really make a profit on this because it's already mostly supplied. Buy some of this, sell that. Can't buy that. Buy more of this. Buy more of that. Pretty expensive stuff actually. Okay, Ragusa. Same deal. We have a trade report from, or battle report from something. Okay, so we keep losing goods to Chekhov. Let's see, Ragusa is a base, which we can just put stuff in, get stuff out. A nice thing is, if you produce things, then you produce them at basically bottom prices, bottom of the barrel prices. So that's the, for the wood and the bricks it's 33. The stable market price is 120% of the production price. Of the basic goods that don't require inputs, because obviously if you're producing something from these tables, like the metal goods, that requires metal and it requires wood to make, then obviously the price of the input materials factors into the production price of the output materials. For the base things it's only the time and the rent of the building basically that determines the price. And because if you have a fully stocked house or a fully a factory that is fully loaded with workers, then it will produce a set amount of goods per day or per week, and it will cost a set amount of time to do it. So that's how the prices are determined. So you're always making a profit basically by selling it for the 120% value to the city, because that's a 20% markup that you get basically for free for just producing it. Let's see, we can do with less pottery and less citrus in the city. Take a little bit of this as well. How are we with soldiers? Almost maxed. We have a lot of money now, which let's see, can we first load it fully with cannonballs? Yes, then we have the distance battles. Then let's leave that for now. Go towards Durazzo. Pick up more soldiers. We don't have any. Okay, fine. Pottery is already being supplied. Okay, so basically the convoy we've got going about here in the 4 cities is just oversupplying, or it's consistently supplying all the things that we produce in the local region. So it's the wood from Zara that's being spread out, it's the stone from Durazzo, the citrus from Durazzo and from Venice, the pottery that's from Zara. No oil, even though we make oil in Venice. Okay, so that means we could make more oil because it's not reaching here. That's good to remember. And I think hemp is also, and salt, we can also supply that. Okay, so that there are some opportunities here still. In the slightly less common materials. Let's go towards Groni.
There's a message from Venice.
Not enough workers.
Good thing you're here. We have a shortage of workers.
Building a house, but in this case we got 5 houses and we got 1.5 of them being empty. That's not so good. City info. Okay. There was a crisis of some sort recently. We will recover from that. Let's see. Let's see, what are we producing?
Good thing you're here. We have a shortage of workers.
We have a fruit yard, we have a salt yard, we want an oil mill. We don't have money for an oil mill. Yeah, 20,000, we can buy one of these. Okay, and the other ones require materials, but making the oil is nice because we, as we saw, there's not enough of that reaching to Durazzo.
Inefficient.
How is Ragusa doing in that regard? Ragusa can also do with more oil, more salt. Hemp is properly supplied. Pottery, that's Zara again. And grain. Okay, so main material to import is grain and grapes. And then we got the top things supplied. No, grain comes from Croni. Grapes come from Rome. Ah, we just more than Croni. And our final sailors. Tying up all these cannonballs in here is really not proving to be too good for the economy. Small armed guards, let's keep it at that. Then we can sell citrus and make a profit. We can sell the bricks, we can sell the metal. Get some grains, but there's not a lot of grains available. There's some pottery, some salt. Pottery and salt is a bit of a duplicate from up there. These are fair prices up until a certain point. Okay, so there's not as much things available as I had expected. We had a battle report. Enemy plundered us. Yeah, they're fully loaded. They have a lot of... Okay, let's get a little bit creative. The Italy needs to have the best of the best. So let's see, Harbor Master, Harbor Italy. How can we get more cannons in? Okay, so the sloop we can upgrade to Dow. That gets extra cannons, because there's only 3 ships that can be available in fleet defense. So if we take one of the brigs out and upgrade it to the Dow, now we have a small 30 cannon fleet and another one that has slightly more. Let's just keep it at that. Equipment. Nautilus left, Italy on the right. Let's fully stock the Italy. Give it all the guns we got. So the Nautilus very much weakened. Italy has gotten quite a bit stronger. Oof, that's a lot of cannonballs. Yeah, should be enough for now. Biggest upside is that we now have 69 firepower with almost 60 cannons. That's a force that's slightly more to be reckoned with. Yep. So let's see if you can do some trading, sell some grains. Pottery. Okay, so this is already decently stocked. Oh, we had salt that they didn't have. We have some tools they didn't have. Meats are too expensive to trade, but we can see how much wine we can get. Okay, that was already the limit. Then buy a couple more meats. Okay. The Nautilus, what was our route? We had Coroni, Rome, Naples. Okay, go back. More of a trader. Activate routes. So this is, let's keep a close eye on the Italy, see if this was actually enough or not. Convoy overview, also our capacity got boosted quite a bit. Might actually just be able to pick up all the map fragments now, because we got a heavier, more heavy duty convoy. Yeah, okay, let's do some repairs in Thessaloniki. Oh, left click the city, not right click, do some repairs. Okay.
Venice is in trouble.
74 power. And then we go there. There's a mission goal there. We can click on. Okay, Venice is in trouble because storage costs. Yeah, that's gonna elapse very shortly. Yes.
Good thing you're here. We have a shortage of workers.
That's just the barrels here. Let's see, how's our production?
Would you like to take a rest?
Going?
Because there is nothing to do.
We have a hemp plantation. Yep, built one of those. Weaving mill, skip that. This skip, skip, skip. Then we have Rome. Oh, we can make a brickyard. One of them should be enough. Brickyards are At some point there's a saturation point where everybody has enough bricks, and bricks is only used for building. There's no other products that use bricks, so it's really easy for them to reach a saturation point beyond which there's just no more use for more bricks. Foundry, we can build one of those. Okay. Then let's have a look at just okay, we actually have some salt stored, which is good, because if we want to build a meat factory, well,
Greetings.
butcher.
Everything. Would you like to take a rest? Because there is nothing to do.
No, that was Rome. Yes. Then we need to have salt stored as for production.
Welcome back.
Steward.
Strangely enough, things could hardly be
Keep raw
better.
materials. Let's check that so we can't forget it. So this, if we are producing something that requires raw materials, it will automatically put a lock on the raw materials required to basically make things non-stop for 20 days. So if you need like 1 per day, it will reserve 20. If you need 2 per day, it will reserve 40, and so on. And it will protect it from both the city itself and from convoys. Look at the ship.
Rome is in trouble.
Rome is in trouble. Oh no, there's disease and there's little wealth. Oh. Such is life, I suppose. Treasure map. Collect all 5. So we got 2. Marked 5. Ah, okay, then it's probably useful to look at the missions and info. Then we got treasure maps. Okay, so we have some map pieces. That we can rearrange. Ah, yeah, this was a mini map of some sort. Be okay. This seems to fit. This seems to fit. Does that fit? Okay. So do we have something that looks roughly like this? I'm thinking Greece. Let's go over a little bit to the Greece area.
A trade route is inefficient.
Then we grab the map fragments again. A little bit like that. So that would mean if there's a bay shaped like this, like that. So we should take the ship there. Could be it. That doesn't seem like a very logical place to store treasure though, because it's really easy to see. But for now, we're going with it. Let's accelerate time a little bit. Okay.
Rome is in trouble.
Pirate ignored us. Rome is in trouble still. Not enough workers. Okay. Have a look at the city. City is filled to the brim, so we can actually just build another house there. That's
Good thing you're here. We have a shortage of workers.
Build a house. Yes. Okay, definitely useful since we're building 2 more buildings. We actually want another house built after this and maybe another one after that. Or do we have to go into the bay here? Ah, look, mission goal.
There is an unwritten law
Haha!
in cities. They must support each other through the delivery of urgently needed goods. This is even more true when it comes to goods from Venice. Lately, however, cities like Athens, Coroni or Candia have been complaining about a lack of supplies from Venice. It is said there have even been deliveries of useless supplies, such as tattered cloth or spoiled fruit. While outside of Venice, people suspect the powerful merchants of evil intent. Within the city, there are fears that there might be a traitor out to damage Venice's reputation. Our promising trader Iachimo is also worried and wonders if he can be of help in solving the problem.
Ooh. The plot
Have you
thickens.
noticed what is happening in Athens and other cities? They're complaining about poor quality deliveries from Venice. That definitely smells like sabotage by the rich and powerful in Genoa to me. They want to ruin our city's reputation. We should do something about that right now, and make sure that relations between Venice and Athens improve again. In other words, you have to start producing goods.
Start producing goods. Produce salt for Athens in Venice, and wine for Venice in Athens. Okay. Fair. Then we need to get a building license in Athens as well. And then we need 2 businesses for each. Okay, fair.
Each city is happy to see new businesses built, as they secure jobs and increase the supply of goods in the city. And if the owner is a Venetian merchant, well, that is certain to have a positive effect on relations between the two cities. What worries me is the fact that the only way Genoa could successfully sabotage the goods deliveries would be with the support of an assistant in Venice. We must be careful, because it seems that we have a deceitful snake right under our noses.
Oh no, we have a snake. A snake on the ships. Convoy is now overloaded. Wait. What? What? That's a lot of goods. That's a very, 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 very large amount of goods. Let's go to Thessaloniki, because that's our nearest port. Try to sell some of this. Oh wow, we really... Okay, so we can just oversupply a city. Wait, we can oversupply a city. Let's go towards Athens. Okay, we can't actually get out anywhere, so we need to set it to either this city or another. Just put a little bit of everything. Okay, not the stuff that we produce, but let's see, put 100 of these in, put 100 of these in. We will be pushing beyond our regular storage limit. That's why I'm only unloading 100 of each. Okay, goods on this page only do 50, because the higher grade an item is, so to say, or the higher up the production chain, usually the less of it that is actually being consumed, because it's an expensive luxury item and usually those things. Not everybody has them, wants them, can afford them. Okay, then. Oh wait, we have a guy in the city that
Nice to
enforces
see. Unfortunately, we're having to pay storage
a lock.
fees.
But we can fix that.
Keep an eye on Thessaloniki.
Yep. Okay. So this one, basically most of the prices seem to have stabilized. So what's the stable price for cloth? Okay, so tools, put in some of this, some of that. And how much more goods? Yeah, okay, so we have way too much on board still. Okay, you know what? Screw it. This is going to cost a small fortune to store, but look at the bank account. We already made a small fortune. And this does free up the city, or the boats, ships, whatever, things. So we can just load bits and pieces again. Load back a little bit of everything. Okay, so honey. Let's max out on that one. Okay, fair. And then we just activate the trade route. How much are we extra paying?
Nice
Paying
to see
extra
you.
for the storage.
Unfortunately, we're having to pay storage fees.
Okay, so we pay 200. Meh. Oh, daily storage almost 5,000, 4,500. But our stocks are should dwindle rather quickly. Achievement unlocked! Pack rat! Yes. The result of a mission slightly gone haywire, but I'll take the credit nonetheless. Okay, so this is boom, empty. How is our reputation in Athens? Sweet! We actually have a nearly maxed reputation. Then on the way backswing to Athens, yep, we can just pick up a license there. Okay. We need to be in the city.
There's a message from
Then
Venice.
talk to the city.
It's
City
good to
hall,
see you.
purchase. Build a warehouse, build a warehouse. Okay, so now we can build stuff in the city, then the ship can just move on. And we have a second point that also produces grain, so that's good. We actually have something that produces grain in our city.
Welcome back.
Production.
Strangely enough, things could hardly be better.
1, 2, 3 houses. Start with that. They wanted wine. Wanted grain. I'm just go with 2 of those as well. Then we want an extra house. So then we got 2 and 2 makes 4. That's fair enough. Then we start supplying ourselves with salt from Venice, which means we can probably get a butcher. Keep the raw materials. For ships we lock goods, except for what we produce. It becomes important now that we actually are producing things. Yeah, bread was the last one. And then we keep a production lock on this side. Okay. And then we engage reach the lock. And Thessaloniki is the only place that doesn't enforce the lock for the first one.